Welcome back. Let's get chatting with the management of BSE, which is the Bombay Stock Exchange, and that's on account of the fact that the company has gone ahead and relaunched the Sensex and Bankex derivatives with lower lot sizes and a new expiry cycle of Friday itself. We have Mr. Sundararaman Ramamurthy, who is the Managing Director and CEO of the company. Thanks a lot, Mr. Ramamurthy, for joining in. We just wanted to understand, why is it that you're relaunching this? What was the kind of volumes that you saw in the previous avatar of this product? And why did you have to discontinue? And now that you've relaunched it, what kind of volumes do you anticipate will be generated from this?
Sure. So basically, equity derivatives is a very important segment for the Indian economy. And therefore, it should be there in BSE and it should be vibrant. Since BSE was having initially Sensex 30 and subsequently Sensex 50, till recently it was Sensex 50 which was getting traded, and Bankex was not introduced in the past in a very significant way. The volumes that they were having, the volumes were not very greatly meaningful. It was not giving any great liquidity or depth to the market. The reason for relaunching Sensex 30 and Bankex goes like this. Sensex 30 is one of the most well-known indices. Today, if you go and ask anybody, "Aaj bazaar kaisa tha?" then people say 300 point upar khula. Then that means what they are talking about actually Sensex. Still, a lot of people relate the market to the Sensex, so it's a well-known product. When you relaunch a product, it should be well known to the market, so it becomes easy for people to understand what they are dealing. Second is pricing of a contract. Since it is so similar to that of Nifty in the terms of 99.96% correlation, a similar but slightly better volatility profile, 30 stocks so easy to manage, people will be able to price Sensex derivatives using Nifty derivatives as a benchmark for them on a starting basis till this product become liquid. It's a second reason for relaunching. The third is the volatility profile of both Bankex and Sensex are slightly better than that of Nifty and Bank Nifty. Fourth is these are the two products, Bankex and Bank Nifty and Nifty are the two most actively traded products, so it makes better sense to try our hand with these two products when we are relaunching the product. Of course, a different expiry and a smaller size contributes to make this product easy and accessible and useful.
All right. Hi, good morning, Mr. Ramamurthy. And it's been quite a few years since we last spoke as well. I recall starting my career, I had spoken to you quite a few times as well. So wishing you all the best in this new challenge that you've taken up as well. Try to give us a couple of numbers. Since now you're at the helm, what kind of market share are you looking at? It's a tall task, but I'm sure you've got your blinkers on and you have some targets in mind. So could you share that with us? Say in 2 years from now, how do you see the BSE fight back into the system? Tell us.
So clear. It's a very straight question, but let me put the answers this way. Market share is a function of mind share of the participant. How much of mind share you are able to garner, that's what is going to lead to the market share. To put a number to a market share which will be 2 years down the lane, I need to have a crystal ball in front of me. So that's not the goal I put across in front of me, but I have a slightly different goal to me, which I think is more important and more meaningful. I want to see BSE vibrant. When I say BSE vibrant, it spans across the segments and it gets into other segments as well. In one segment at least, I clearly have a market share in mind, which I can talk to you. I want to have BSE equity segment to have at least 10% market share ASAP. Why 10% market share? I feel once you put in place that type of a market share, once you are able to achieve that type of a market share, liquidity begets liquidity is a thing which is known to everybody, and then the steering of that volume into the equities market automatically happens. In terms of equity derivatives, it has to be a vibrant product which is able to help in product interplay, product differentiation, and people to be able to grow market – is what is my looking into as far as equity derivatives are concerned.
Right. Mr. Ramamurthy, just a couple of questions. What currently is your market share right now? You said you want to go to 10% in the equity segment. What does it stand at right now?
It stands between 6 to 7% today. It used to be a couple of years before, I'm told, 20 plus, and slightly couple of years before that, some 30 plus. But whatever reasons, it has come down to 6% now. So my idea is, if we could put in efforts, if all the people join together, understand that India requires more than one vibrant exchange for the economy of its size. It's a question of 1,500 to 2,000 crores on a daily basis is what is extra that needs to be pumped into BSE.
Let's hope that happens.
The catapult BSE into a very vibrant place. Pardon me?
You know, the street likes this target that you've given to yourself and your team as well, because the stock has moved to the high point of trade the minute you said that you're looking at 10% market share ASAP. Just wanted to know a couple of other things as well. Everyone wants to know the kind of free cash that you have right now. I'm looking at your balance sheet, 3,000 crores worth cash, 1,400 crores worth investments, loans and advances that you've given close to around 750 odd crores. What are the plans of, distributing this cash or generating better returns on this cash?
Yeah, it's a very valid question. So we have around 1,400 crores plus as liquid cash. The other parts of it are in various forms. So clearly, therefore, it needs to be looked into as to how they can serve instead of just lying here as treasury, how they can serve best the interest of the shareholders is a very important part to be looked into. As you would appreciate, it is just 4 months for me in BSE as of now. My initial concentration has been in rejuvenating the various segments of the exchange. This certainly is a very important question that you are asking. In the coming months, I am sure it will draw more attention, and it will be a consultative process with the board, because it's a matter which requires board's directive as well. And we will work on it, and we will do whatever it is best for the shareholders' interest.
All right. Final question then, Mr. Ramamurthy. Actually, I'm going to try to squeeze in two. One is, what's the plan with regard to the stake you'll have in CDSL? Will you be selling more stake? Point number one. And just clear the air, at some point of time, there was some rumor about NSE and BSE merging. Have you heard anything like that?
On the first question, there is a regulatory max of a shareholding, which you are aware of. And there is a timeline by which we need to sell off the excess if we have. We do have an excess beyond the regulatory permitted threshold. In this financial year, we will be selling off the excess part of it, what we are holding. And that will certainly be a reality. That is for answering the first question. Honestly, I have not heard of BSE and NSE merging. So that is news to me what you're talking about.
All right, Mr. Ramamurthy, I'm on this side of it now, so I hear most of the rumors. But as you're saying, you haven't heard it. So we'll have to see how things progress from here. But it's been good speaking to you after a long while on national television as well. Wishing you all the best with that goal of taking the market share back to around that 10% or that's the near-term guidance, and the broad vision that you have as well for the company. Look forward to keeping in touch with you, and all the best in your new avatar.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We've completely run out of time on this edition of Chartbusters. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. Trading Hour comes up next.